Hi, welcome to part one of this tutorial on Jupyter and a loopback and React tutorial. So Jupyter is just a example application created using loopback and React. So for this tutorial, we're going to follow the steps in this starthere.md file under the Jupyter repo. So the first step is obviously you need npm installed. So to install npm, we have to use nvm, the npm version manager or the node version manager. So you say npm ls-remote and it should display the latest installed version of npm. If it's not the latest, you can switch to the latest by saying npm install v9.9.0. And once that's installed, you say nvm ls remote. So once you can see that you have the latest version of Node, you can check the version of npm that you have installed, which is 5.8.0 in this case. And now we need to install Loopback CLI. So we do npm install -g loopback -cli. So even though it said that there might have been an error somewhere along the way, it seems to have succeeded because it says updated one package here. So let's install the PostgreSQL um, connector because we use Postgres for this tutorial instead of MySQL. MySQL is another option that you can use, and you can say npm install loopback connector MySQL save --save for MySQL, but we'll use Postgres for this. So we have to set the data source. So you say lb data source Jupyter DB ---- connector MySQL. Actually, we have to use PostgreSQL. So we use the second command here. Now we have to select PostgreSQL and use the default connection string, default values of these. And it said no such file or folder, so we actually have to initialize loopback using lb. So let's do that, and we'll call it Jupyter. I prefer lowercase. Which version we want the current version, so let's use API server. It says the generator must run in empty directory, so I think I have some old folders in my folder structure, so I can remove those folders. And I say, lp. So again, it's Jupyter 3.x API server. It wants to override the README, which is fine because I have a start here.md, which I documented the instructions for this tutorial in. So we will use start here.md as our main starting point for this tutorial. Now it created a model for, now we have to create a model for our app, but before that we need the PostgreSQL connector. So let's select and run this. We need the data source name, we'll call it JupyterDB. We need the type of DB, call it PostgreSQL, connection string, host, work, user, password, database. I can say yes. Alright, so the connector is installed. Now we can run. Now we have to edit our data sources.json to make sure it looks somewhat like this. And to verify that our DB works, we can say psql postgres -u admin. To find out what the Postgres commands are, you can go to this link, which I linked in the starthere.md, and it has the list of commands that you would need for administering the PostgreSQL DB. So in this case, I want to use the admin user for PostgreSQL, and I can assign, so if I say create database Jupyter DB, it already exists, but I can assign this user to that DB by using the grant all privileges command, like shown here. So for instance, if I say grant all privileges on the name of the database is Jupyter DB, and we call it admin. So that's granted. And now it should have access to that DB. So you can say quit. Now the next step is to make sure that our data sources.json looks somewhat like that. And one important point here is that under server, there's a file called modelconfig.json, and it contains this DB data source name. Now this name has to match the name in data sources.json, which is over here. So if you notice, the name that's entered initially is JupyterDB here, and we have two blocks under the data sources JSON, so we can get rid of that. This we have to change to DB, and for the rest of the fields we can use this as our guide. So for instance, if I copy and paste that block, and the host, yeah, so the DB is called Jupyter DB. So hopefully this connector is configured correctly. I don't need to supply the username and password, but let's hope this works. And one more thing I'll just fix here is that in here I can change this to DB. So it seems that might have configured that correctly, but we will double check later. So just copy this auto update script to server/boot. So under server boot, copy auto update.js, and this basically just migrates all the database tables. Now we can start running node, and it's saying that it's already running, so we can close the old one and start the new one. And it migrated all the tables including user. So we can open this in our Loopback Explorer here. So right now we have just the user explorer. This is the Swagger UI, and Let's create some models. So here I can go in and create a model for to-do item. So if I say LB model, and I'll call this model to-do item db my persisted model, expose via REST, no custom plural form, common model, and property name can be ID, can be a number, required yes, leave blank for none. Second property can be title, type string, required no, leave blank none. Third can be description, string, required no, default blank, and that's good enough for now. Now we can run this to check if our model was created. So it says to do migrated, and in our Explorer, if we refresh, our to-do item model was created. Now to create, to post, to create a new to-do item, we can select this and say this is to-do 1 and paste that and say try it out. Now it sent the request and response code was 200, which means that should have worked. To test that it worked, we can again check the DB. So yeah, so right now let's just do a get on to-do items. So if I say get, we're getting our to-do items back, and so our API is good to go. We can add some more to-do items to ensure that our API is good to go. And if I say get down here, yeah, so we have 2 items now, and that's good. So in the next tutorial, we will look at the rest of the integration. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.